It's another lovely day over at Jason's shop where I'm going to be removing the rear end today. So I'll catch him in that. And we have some guests. That's Miley. Miley? Oh, yeah, Miley. And we have the girls here. Say hi.
Hi. I can't believe
They're doing brickwork. We're putting work while we're here. But anyway, they want to ride around the golf cart, have fun. Jason's expense, so let's go ahead and start removing the rear end. Lots of fun. So this is what we left off. We have the transmission out. We did some compression testing. The spark plugs are still out. I'm getting new ones. You saw how bad those were. Batteries unhooked. So much work. It sucks because this thing was running, and here I am taking it all apart. There's definitely a problem there. You guys can tell me what this is. Ugh. That's leaking from that. I think it's the governor. Anyway, we're going to be taking this bad boy out.
God, what the hell is all this? Feels like rubber.
Anyway, the whole goal is to remove this rear end, get posi rear end, and rear disc brakes. So that's what we're doing right now. All right, took the wheels off. Well, I gotta figure out how to take the rest of the stuff out. I gotta relieve pressure here, and take that off, unhook the strut. Which I think you do right here. All right, let's do that. Oh yeah. All right, so we got the struts off here. We're gonna take this bar off. And then the only thing we have to do after that is get these control arms off right here, which I'm gonna have to go home and get my sockets for that. But we're gonna get this bar off today. Got the bolt out. I'm just gonna try this thing out. Okay. All right. I'm done for the day. I have to swing back home and go get those socket sets. Another new day over at Jason's shop. You may have noticed there is a lift here. You may be asking questions like, why the hell isn't he using a lift to pull out a transmission in the rear end? Well, the question to be answered is, this thing isn't plugged in. We got it mounted. We just don't have it hooked up to the circuit breaker. We ordered, actually, we just haven't gone down to Lowe's and got the damn thing. And we got to make sure we have the right power wire and the hookups for it. We reached out to this company. I forgot the name of this lift. Maybe you guys know. But we were looking to see what the actual diagram is. It's a model. There you go. And we need to hook it up here. We reached out to the company and we're getting ready. They're going to send us a diagram on how to plug it in, all that good stuff. So that is the reason why we're not using the lift to pull the rear end and the transmission out. Also, I dropped off the transmission today, so it's not here. The place is called Gray Matter, and it's over in Deltona. Yeah, not Daytona, but Deltona. Something like that. Anyway, DeLand. DeLand. There we go. It's in DeLand. So, the guy was really cool. His name's Don. Really good guy. He knows the stuff, so he's going to build it. It's going to take about a week. And they're also going to make sure my torque converter is good. They're going to cut it open, check it, and make sure we can use that. Otherwise, I have to buy a new one. They have really good ones that are like $600 to $800. I'm also going to send the specs of my cam, so I make sure I have the right stall for this car. And I told them what my rear end's going to be. It's a 323 out of a 4th gen. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're going to be removing these 2 bolts, dropping the rear end, because I did bring my sockets over to Jason's house. So, the only thing holding this up are these trailing arms right here. Take those out. You can see how we have the jack down here holding it up. As soon as we take those 2 bolts out, hopefully it should be pretty easy. We'll pull the rear end out, and then we can focus on cleaning up the new rear end, putting the studs on it, putting new brake pads on it, you know, all the goodies. So that's what I'll be working on. Let's get to removing this rear end. I've been dilly-dallying long enough. Next, we got to remove that bolt right there. This side's all released. I'm gonna do the other side. Then we'll have to nut the lines and go from there. To get these things out of here, see how it kind of goes over? There's this divot here. So what you're doing is, it's on the other side of this divot, so you have to pull it up. Let me see. You gotta pull it up over. You gotta push it up over this divot on the other side, and it'll slide out. This is the emergency brake cable. In order to get it out, you can kind of see how it goes in. Anyway, there's a divot right here that locks it into place. You can kind of see it right here. And it holds it from sliding down to this little hole right here. So what you do is you got to push it over that divot, slide it underneath, and pull it out. Okay? Kind of see there's a hole for it. And because there's 2 wheels back here, that's due for 2 of these wires. And for this, they have these things slid into here. I just pushed these tabs down that are sitting out and slid it out of this hole. That's how I got these out. But there's 2 of them, one right here and one right here. The cable's like right here. Alright, this rear end's ready to come out. I did a thing. Got the rear end out. It's really not that hard, technically. I mean both of those are. I think I did like one right here, There's a trailing arm that went there. So it's like 2 bolts. I got these emergency brake cables off. I got the brake line off. Springs just fell out. I got the strut out. And the end links to the sway bar. And those off. So, yeah, it's out. Now it's time to get the new rear end all prepped and put in. That's not going to be this video, it's going to be next one. So, I will be wrapping this one up. If you've done one of these swaps before, and you have any feedback for it, or if there's something I need to replace, or while I'm doing all this stuff, or upgrades, comment below. I'd like to know, because I'm already deep in here. But yeah, in case you guys are wondering, I do have like 6 things of jack stands, and that helped with removing this. So anyway, if you like this video, please like the thing down below. If you have any comments, please paste them below. If you're not subscribed, please consider. So until next time, I will see you then. Bye.